I want them to think of her every single time that they get behind the wheel and know that driving irresponsibly can lead to death, and it's something that nobody can reverse.
It's another wave of grief for an Albuquerque family after 2 people were killed and several others were hurt during a crash Sunday on Louisiana and Delwood. Police say 2 drivers were racing when they slammed into an innocent driver. For a family who has lost a loved one to speeding, that news hits too close to home. We're talking about the family of Erica Chavez. Cassie Foote spoke with them today, and Cassie, they've made it their mission to try to slow down drivers in the metro.
Yes, police say Juan Ortiz Munoz was speeding when he slammed into Erica's car on Unser and Tower in 2020. The crash sparked the creation of a city campaign to warn residents about the dangers of speeding. So to see another deadly wreck with speeding as the cause takes them right back to that horrific day when they lost their loved one. This is an image that will live with Rosa Rivera for the rest of her life.
She didn't have time to react.
Her niece, Erica Chavez, was driving the black car. Police say Juan Ortiz Munoz sped through a red light on Unser and Tower and slammed into her. The loving wife and mother of 3 children died instantly. Her 3-year-old daughter was also in the car, protected by her car seat.
Her little seat belt was embedded in the little straps were embedded in her. They were maybe about 3-4 centimeters just embedded.
Rivera and the rest of the family have turned their grief into action, partnering with city leaders to start the Speeding Has a Name campaign to educate drivers on the dangers of speeding.
Not only do you have your life in the hands of that steering wheel, but you have the life of every single person that lives in our city.
Something she wishes 2 suspects in a recent deadly crash would have considered. Police say Andy DeReste Samel and Tyler Turnbull were racing northbound on Louisiana Sunday evening when they both slammed into a car pulling into an intersection. Turnbull died in the crash. DeReste Samel is facing several charges, including vehicular homicide and child abuse. Police say his 6-year-old son was also in the car at the time. We've learned the innocent driver killed was Jenna Hamilton, a nursery manager and bookkeeper at St. John's United Methodist Church. The pastor sent out an email to the congregation earlier this week asking for prayers for her family. In a follow-up email, he says Hamilton was joyful, helpful, and faithful, a wonderful mother. And it's even more painful knowing the carelessness that led to her death.
It's just sickening. It's just sickening. You know that, 1, it could have been prevented. 2, you know that from the minute that family receives that call, that their life is ruined.
DeReste Samel was in court yesterday. The state is pushing to keep him in jail until his trial. A district court judge will decide on that next week. As for Erica Chavez's case, Ortiz Munoz pleaded not guilty to his charges, which include vehicular homicide. He has been out of jail and is expected to go to trial early next year. Tommy?
All right, thank you, Cassie.